Hey guys, what's up? We are back at it, and we have the SAR9 SOCOM back out again. We brought this out a couple weeks ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago, and it was fun, but it didn't quite exactly work right, and it was horrible conditions. So we want to give it another run and just keep going with this thing. But here we go. That's the SAR9 SOCOM. Let's just run some different ammo through it. Let's see how this thing works. Suppress it. Let's check it out. All right, so full disclosure, which I think we've already disclosed before, I don't have the other magazine. I hope it's in the box. SAR did send this thing out, so I did not buy this, but they sent it to me and said, no string attached, just make a video, do stuff about it, review it. It's yours to do what you want to do with it. So kudos to them for helping me out do this. That makes it possible because I can't just go buy everything out there. That's a reviewer's thing to do, right? Go buy stuff, and I did have to buy ammo. But it helps when companies supply things like that. It helps when you guys actually watch the videos because that gives me teeny tiny little pennies here and there where I can put that into gear, optics, and all this other stuff. So anyway, enough of that weird ramble. What was I looking for? Magazine. All right, so these are 147s. I also have some Supervel 124s. So we're gonna shoot some of these too and just see if we can make it work, see if we can make it break, and do all those wonderful things. All right, so we're gonna shoot it unsuppressed first. So obviously ears need to go on because I already got ear issues. I don't wanna make them worse. Now, I don't know why I would be shooting 147s. I just wanna see if they cycle. I wanna make sure this thing works, but it's not suppressed, so it's gonna be loud. Okay. All right, didn't hold back, but she did cycle. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Those were 147s. These are 124s. Supervel. Ooh, that does feel different. Actually, it does feel different. Shooting 147s versus 124s definitely has a feel difference. 124s are pretty dang smooth. Oh, got one hang up. And that was the last round. Huh, interesting. Pretty dang smooth 124s. It's got a nice rhythmic recoil. It's kind of weird. Interesting. Let's throw a suppressor on there and let's do the rest of the suppress because that's what I wanted to use this thing for. Comes threaded, optic ready, all that kind of stuff. It needs a suppressor. Let's put the Spectre 9K on there. So here we go. We got 124s with the Spectre 9K. Let's see how this guy sounds. Didn't eject. I don't think that ejected either. Nope. They're not ejecting. Why aren't those ejecting? This has a booster on it. Weird. Okay, so let's not do 124s. Let's do 147s. Maybe this will work. I don't know. Huh. And this has a booster. I'm not running this thing boosterless or anything weird. Whew. I need to wear my glasses. That had some kickback to it. That's all she wrote. Huh. So that is kind of the issue I was having before. Running it by itself seems to be fine. Running it suppressed, for whatever reason, you run into these weird issues where it won't cycle. I don't know why. Very consistent malfunction. I don't know what this is. What is that malfunction? What is going on? Okay. Huh. Very weird malfunctions. My pile of brass is right here. So everything coming out is pretty much just barely dumping out. Which is a really lightweight suppressor. It is on a booster. I don't know why it would be doing that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I really want to like this gun. I really, really, really want to like this gun. Maybe it just needs to be broken. Maybe it needs a completely different suppressor. Let's shake it up. Let's put a completely different can on it. All right, here's the CGS Mod 9 SK. We have, I believe it's 7 rounds of 124s, and then the rest are 147s. Traditionally for me, this can has been a very reliable can. It's not the quietest, but it's usually very reliable. Let's see. 7 124 grains. There it is again. I thought we had it. Thought we had it. Those are the subs. Maybe that's what people complain about Supervel. I don't know. Because those subs, those 147s, which generally for me, those ones suck. Those are generally bad ammo. Let's shoot some more of them. All right, let's get 5 more rounds of these subs. Didn't lock back, but they cycled. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. Maybe it really just needs some more break-in, which I don't like that excuse for everything. All right, I really do want to shake it up and put something really big on here. I think I got a long can. Let's put a long can on here. All right, the Sidewinder M2, a dedicated, I almost said 22 can, a dedicated, what you call 9mm can, pistol can. This is supposed to be for pistols, so this should be good. This should work. That is quiet, and it's working. Dang, I forget how quiet these are. I'm so used to little K cans. The big boys actually are pretty fun. And she held back. So maybe just needs broke in. I hate those excuses. Everything just needs broke in. That's always the excuse. But that guy sang. He sang well. Let's do those 124s because they were having issues. Maybe you just needed a different can. Let's put some 124s in it. All right, same thing. Sidewinder M2, but this time 124 Supervel. Okay, big longer cans. He just needed a big longer can. Shake it up one more time. We'll go back to the Spectre 9K and see if maybe ruffling the feathers have worked something out. But it likes that Sidewinder. All right, I don't know why I chose 6, but here's 6 supers of the 124s and then 6 of the 147s. I think that's what it is. Yep. So some suppressors this is going to like, and some suppressors this is absolutely not going to like. All right, so case in point, we'll take the Spectre off, put put the Sidewinder back on. And if it works, then I know, like, wow, the Spectre 9, okay, even though he's super small, super lightweight, this is supposed to be its bread and butter, some guns just won't like it. Some guns will, some guns won't. Here we go. See? That was fine. So, before you give, this is a good little caution for me. Before I give a gun a bad rap, just why you got to put different things through it, different kinds of ammo, different suppressors, and just throw them on the ground and stuff, you know, just run different things through it. Because I was about ready to be like, wow, I'm very disappointed. Well, okay, you got to use the right can for the right job, and you got to fit it, right? Not every pair of shoes is made for walking. I'm great with my analogies. Anyway, SAR9 SOCOM. So far, now that I know how this guy's supposed to run, with a full-size can, which makes sense, it's a full-size pistol. It should work though. Omega 9K. It's got to work with the Omega 9K because that's a good can. Let's try that one. Maybe it has to do with weight. Omega 9K is heavier than the Spectre series, so we'll see. I loaded. What did I load? 10 124s and 10 147s. So I don't even know why I say that, because we'll see if this actually cycles and gets through them all. Nope, didn't eject. Nope. So the lesson here for me is that SilencerCo and SAR do not go, they don't play well together. It's really got me thinking, okay, let's just pull out the different 9 suppressors. Let's see, let's do this thing. Let's actually test it. That's what we're supposed to be doing anyway. Let's test this and see which cans work, which ones don't. All right, so I'm not sure. This is probably gonna turn into, like, this will be a short video here, and I'll just throw it into the rest of the other part of the second range trip video for the SAR9. So here we go. We're going to try, well, I'm going to say as many of the 9mm suppressors that I have on the SAR9 that we can. I think there's some that just, they don't fit right. They're made specifically for like PCCs. They don't have boosters and they're just not going to work. What I have found so far are that the SilencerCo suppressors do not work. Well, they work fantastic, but not on here. The SAR9 and the SilencerCo, like Spectre, Spectre 9, and Omega 9K, even though they're fantastic cans, they just don't meld. They don't, it's like Duplos and Legos, they're just not going together right. However, the Sidewinder M2 from Yankee Hill worked fantastic. It worked great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through a couple different ones, a couple different suppressors, just shoot a couple rounds. We're not doing in-depth, like huge, long score stuff, but just try to keep it relatively simple and see which suppressors that I have actually work and which ones don't, because obviously some do, some don't. So starting off with the Dead Air Wolfman. Let's try that out. That's extremely quiet, and that cycled absolutely perfect. Okay. Again, perfectly fine. Okay. Every single one of those rounds, like, landed on my thumb, my support hand. That was really weird. 2 rounds left of that. I mean, that guy, he ran. Okay, so he runs. He ran perfectly fine. No issues there at all. Move on to the next one. All right, she worked. A little anemic, but she worked. Okay, worked well, and again, very nice tone. Very nice tone. Again, just a little anemic. I mean, those rounds they're literally just popping up and landing back on the gun. You can see it in the footage, obviously. Yep. But it worked. Works. All right, last and hopefully not least, this is the JK Armament 105 CCX, their concealed carry version. I did put some petroleum jelly in there. Let's see if that works. And this would be interesting. Super lightweight, no booster. There we go. Almost got through 5 rounds. Huh. So maybe it just doesn't like the really lightweight small cans. Maybe that's all it is. That could be all it is. Let's go back to the Spectre 9. All right, didn't hold open, but she made it through it. Okay, she made it through it. See, now she works fine. Works fine. Locked back and worked. And it doesn't like that. Nope. So that tells me absolutely 100% this, what the world now? Oh snap. Oh snap. I don't know what that is. That's like a weird delayed trigger, not a hang fire. Hold on a second. That kind of scared me a little bit. See, now the big one's doing it too. That is Superville. Oh, that's quiet. Okay, maybe that's why people don't like Superville. But I wasn't shooting Superville through that Spectre. I don't know, dude. That is the weirdest sound. A well-suppressed pistol. Look, if I shoot close, this is the sound it makes. And if I shoot far out there, that's like a high-pitched squeak. How is that even possible? That is crazy. That is truly, really, really crazy. So I guess if you want to run it beast mode, do something like this. Anyway, I'm gonna keep shooting this thing more, different times, different temperatures, and different ammo. I really need to try some different ammo because it seems to be kind of ammo picky a little bit. Maybe that Superville isn't that great, but those 147s out of this system, that is sick. But what I'm seeing here, what I'm noticing, is in general, with cans that I have, shorty little K cans are not necessarily the bee's knees on the SAR9. That's what I'm seeing. More full-size pistol cans work fine. They work well. That seems to be what this guy should be using. If you want to use a little K can, well, maybe your results might vary from mine. At least the Spectre 9K, it just wasn't having it. It just doesn't want to run for me. And this isn't a review about the Spectre 9K. It's really the pistol. I've got a couple rounds in here. Spectre 9 seemed to be fine. Yeah, those are very forward ejecting. And it held open. So maybe just the 9K is just too small, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Still got a booster, still got everything going on. Weird. Anyway, guys, that is a range review of the SAR9. We do need to put it on paper. That is something I need to do, and I do have paper to do it. I would try to do that.